Hi there. This is the third video in the series where I'm working on improving my communication skills. And today I thought, why not talk on something that helped me a lot personally? So, any guesses? Okay, let me tell you. So today's topic that I'm going to talk is benefits of reading books. And before we dive into the topic, I just want to share my reading journey. It hasn't been a very long time since I started reading, but reading is something that I wish that I could have started very early. But yeah, it's better late than never. And yeah, I over the years I realized and I also noticed that people who read books are like little different. They're like little more aware, they're more compassionate, more expressive. And and it is only in my 20s, which is like 2 3 years ago, that I started investing in books, or started reading seriously. And one of the biggest inspiration for me reading book is my sister Padma. She used to read a lot. She studied like outside of my place, so whenever she comes for vacation, she had this much pile of books. And and yeah, I used to wonder, why would she like what why would she waste her time, like some such thing thoughts like that I used to come. And also, like, one time I remember asking her, like, do you even remember the book that you read, like the story that you read? So yeah, I remember asking her one time, but she is one of the biggest inspiration. Her reading made me curious, and also I noticed, or I realized over the years, that reading really shaped her thinking and her way of expressing. And then the second turnover in my reading journey is when I went to Kerala for my higher studies after 12. So the environment there really inspired me. The people read more books, and also there is this place in the capital city of Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, where people, like, there is this place Palayam, where there is this second hand book stores from here to there. So I really loved going to that place. There is this park, and yeah, so yeah, that is another inspiration, we can say, being in the place. So yeah, this is and also, like, let me share you something like very interesting. I didn't enjoy reading at first, but I had this thought that fake it until you make it. And whenever, like, sometimes I felt I didn't want to read, but I still read. And sometimes, even if I feel bored, I still read. And last month or 2 months ago, I remember reading a book, and in that book there's this quote saying, if you don't fit in, fool everyone around you, including yourself, until you do. And from that, it made me realize that, oh, that what was like that what I did with my reading. So yeah. And over the last few months, I've been reading quite a lot, and I was exploring more genres also, like, I started reading thrillers. I started with historical fiction, and this like really excited me and kept me hooked. And I realized, oh, I'm starting to love reading. And not only that, another genre which is self-help books or personal development books, which was like the first book that I start my reading journey with. It felt useful, and I still read those kind of book which are like very useful. They're practical. They'll give you some practical tools to apply in your daily life. So yeah, um, so this is the overview of my reading journey. Uh, so let's get into the topic that we are going to discuss, which is benefits of reading book. There can be more, so I'm just sharing my thoughts. Okay, so first thing we can say is language and communication. English is not my mother tongue, nor it's my second language. It is probably my third language. So reading helped me immensely with my pronunciation, my vocabulary, my sentence formation, and overall the confidence while speaking. And if you read regularly, your brain will pick up things, like pick up a pattern naturally, and you don't have to memorize, like you know what sounds right. So that is the first takeaway, that is language and communication. Second is patience. Yeah, reading teaches us patience, which is one of the most important thing that one have to have in one's life. And like while reading a book, we don't skip to the last page. We'll go from page to page, slowly soaking everything in. And that's where patience comes. And in today's world where there is everything is very fast forward, like reels, shorts, instant results, reading train us to stay, to focus, and to wait. And yeah, that is patient. That is the second takeaway. And the third way is seeing different perspective and becoming more compassionate. So when we read a book, we will place ourselves in their place. We'll know their thoughts, with their struggle, their pain, their happiness, and everything. And this helped us to develop something very important in one's life, which is empathy. And like in order to like to live a meaningful life on this planet, one should possess empathy. Empathy is something that we will be able to see from some other person's eye, or some other person perspective, or we should be able to put ourselves in their shoes in order to understand things. And and another thing is becoming more compassionate. So reading make us softer human beings, where it teaches us to listen more, judge less, and respond in a much more kinder way possible. So yeah, that is the third takeaway. And the fourth one is traveling without moving. How fun that sounds, like without moving an inch of your body, we can travel, like from one time period to another time period, or from one country to another country, one place to another place, or one's life to another life. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, so that is another thing that we can do while reading. And the fifth takeaway is learning about life. So book they don't just entertain us. It teach us about life. It like uh it teaches us how to think, uh, how to build, how to live one's life meaningfully. And uh, and every book will have some takeaways, will give you something in any possible way. Even if it is a very small thing, it will give you something. And the sixth takeaway, that is this self-help books and personal development books. This is one of the genres that I like. And one of the thing that I like about this genre is they don't just talk, they'll give you some practical tools. They'll like, for example, when you read a self-help book, it will help you to develop a habit, or it will teach you how to manage a stress. And yeah, things like that we can, like, which will be practical in our real life, we can apply in one's life to make our life a little bit better. And and yeah, that is the sixth takeaway. And the next is brain exercising and imagination. So in order to have a healthy body, or a physically fit, will do physical exercises and all. Likewise, in order to think, in order to make our thinking capacity better, or in order to work on our memory or our concentration, we can use reading as a brain exercise as well. And yeah, that is the seventh takeaway. And this is the final takeaway, which is knowledge. And so yeah, knowledge. Okay, knowledge is something that we will gain through books, right? It is not something that somebody will scratch from you. It will be with you, it will be with you. And and knowledge, they say that knowledge is power. But uh, but knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is power. So whatever you read in the books or anywhere, when you will apply, that is power. So that is the eighth takeaway, that we can take from reading books. So yeah, these are the benefits that we will gain from reading books. And I genuinely want to read more and more books. I want to explore more of the genre, and I want to grow throughout, through with reading. And and before ending this video, I just love to hear from you as well. uh, if you have any takeaways from reading books, or any thing that you want to share, or in any way that reading book help you with your mindset, with your communication, or anything, or like life in general, you can comment below. And I would love to read, and I would love to learn from your experience as well. And also I want to add something also, that if you are new to reading, or if you want to start reading, even if you feel bored, or if you don't feel like it, but you really want to read, trust me, I've been there. You just have to take a small step, or start small. Fake it if you have to. But trust me, there will be a time where you will love it, and it will be worth it. So yeah, that is all. Thank you for listening. See you in the next video. Thank you.